All right, guys, so that wraps up the test drive portion of this Lamborghini Aventador by World Tech Toys 1/14 scale. Now I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. I showed you a little preview of what the pros and cons were, but let's get a little bit more into it. The pros that I mentioned were, one, is quiet and has a smooth ride. It's very quiet. It may have sounded a little loud in the video just because my camera was on the ground, but if you live in an apartment, house, duplex, it doesn't matter. This car is very, very quiet. The motor's not loud. It doesn't make a lot of noise going across the ground because those nice soft rubber tires. So I love that about the car. Also, it has great handling. That's definitely my favorite feature of the car. I can't stand a car that you can't make sharp turns. You can't operate in a small space. Even though this is a bigger car, it can operate in a very small space in a very short turn radius, which is why I love it. It's my favorite aspect about this car. And next, the top speed. Although I would like it just to be a little bit faster, maybe 2 or 3 miles per hour faster, it would be perfect in my eyes. But for a 6 or 7-year-old kid, 5 or 6 miles per hour is definitely perfect, especially for $18 and $19. For the age range that this car is marketed to, I cannot argue with that top speed of 5 or 6 miles per hour either. More pros that I did not mention in the video is that this car is very sturdy. Like, they did not waste any money on some cheap, thin, brittle plastic material. Like, it's a very well-built RC car. It's hard, it's heavy, it's durable. You don't have to worry about messing it up and anything like that. And I love how it rides, and it's nice and heavy. Now to get into the cons, I really only had 2 complaints about this car, and that's just me being an adult. Like I said, a kid, they would probably think this is the perfect RC. But as an adult, I had a couple complaints. One was the battery life. The battery life, before it gets noticeably slower and noticeably less responsive, and that great handling kind of fizzles just a little bit, is about 8 minutes. So I wish it just had a little bit more life in it. I understand the reason why. One of the things I like about it is one of the things that leads to one of my cons, which is crazy. This is a very sturdy, heavy RC car. Like, this car is heavy. So it takes a lot of power and energy from those batteries to run this car, which is why it goes 8 minutes. And you also have the headlights that are operational that come on as well, which, although it looks cool, it does not help the battery life. So if you do have this car, I would definitely recommend getting some rechargeable batteries, preferably Duracell, but Rayovac, any of those will work. Energizer as well. The other thing, it's kind of hard to keep it straight. I try to do a couple racing videos just kind of by myself, racing it up against my Nissan, and I can't do it because it always veers off to the right and I can't steer. And I've tried to adjust the steering multiple times and I just cannot get it to stay straight. So those are my only 2 complaints of the car. So honestly, for this target age range of 6 years old, 6 or 7 years old, going 6 miles per hour, having great handling, being able to turn in any radius, being extremely durable, looking great, I have to give this car a 9 out of 10 for what it was meant to do. Which hurts me to say because my favorite car that I have is this little Nissan, and I gave it an 8.5. And the only reason I gave it an 8.5 because it's about the same target range. Although the top speed of this Nissan is faster than the Lamborghini, it takes a little while for it to reach that top speed. This little Lamborghini, although the top speed is not crazy, it does get to that 6 mile an hour point pretty quickly. So I can't argue with that there. And the handling is way better than this little Nissan. So I gotta give it a 9.5. I gotta give it a 9 out of 10. Anyways, guys, that'll wrap up my review of this Lamborghini Aventador by World Tech Toys. Let me know what you thought of this car down below in the comments. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel for more. Next, I'll be reviewing a very affordable RC drift car, so you don't want to miss it. Thanks.